Hello and welcome to the Xbox Hub and another review video. And today we're looking at a controller, the Thrustmaster eSwap XR Pro controller Forza Horizon 5 edition. This controller comes with an interesting feature that will particularly appeal to racing fans. So let's open up the box and take a closer look. So here it is. Now let's get the connection issue out of the way first. The eSwap XR is a fully wired controller. So we have the usual USB-A ended cable that fits into the controller via a micro USB port. Now for some, the mere mention of a cable will put them off, but it's more than adequate at 3 meters in length, and aside from the sheer freedom that a wireless pad allows, we didn't find it an issue. Now that's out of the way, let's look at the controller, starting at the back where we find 4 programmable buttons, sitting exactly where your middle fingers rest. These feel great. They're contoured to allow for immediate precision when in the heat of a race. We found that programming the lower of the 4 buttons, so number 3 and 4 here, to work as gear shifts while racing in Forza allows the immersion that this controller brings to be even more heightened. Throw in a switch for trigger stops, and should you be one of those gamers who doesn't get on with the usual travel of a trigger, you'll be sorted. But there's more, and Thrustmaster has seen fit to include some onboard audio controls on the front side of the eSwap XR. So we've got volume up and volume down, and a mic button placed just to the left of the 3.5mm audio port. They prove to be extremely easy to hit whilst playing, and it's something that we like to see when it comes to controllers. Why can't all have some form of onboarded audio controls to ensure we never have to take our hands off the controller whilst playing? To the right of that port comes a triple threat of buttons that allow for mapping those rear placed buttons, along with 2 profile switches for when you need to go fully pro. The real selling point of the Thrustmaster eSwap XR Pro controller for Xbox is the addition of a new module, the Forza Horizon tagged racing wheel. You should know by now that the Thrustmaster eSwap controllers do as the name allows, taking various modules and allowing the player to take them out of their magnetic housing and swapping in for a more personal option. For instance, should you not like the left to right standard Xbox setup of left thumbstick, D-pad, right thumbstick and want to go more PlayStation-y, you can tug a little on the left thumbstick, take it from its home and replace it with the D-pad. The big selling point of this controller though is the new racing wheel module. Sticking a racing wheel onto our controller mixes things up a bit. It certainly takes a while to get used to what's going on, but bear with it and understand that this racing wheel module could be seen as a really good alternative to the usual steering controls. It feels great in hand with some sprung feedback, always trying to centre it against the push of your thumb. And it really does feel brilliant, although we found that the spring and auto centering system that sits under the wheel module does have a tendency to click as it moves back into place, which could annoy some people. Personalisation is the real key in what the Thrustmaster eSwap XR Pro controller delivers, and it excels on that front. Perhaps it could do with some textured grip around the sides and back, and the clickety-clack of the wheel recentering may be off-putting, but in the grand scheme of things, that's being more than a little picky. Basically put, if you're in the market for a controller that does more, much more, than your everyday standard offering, and have a love for racing games, we'd not hesitate to recommend you check out this controller. A huge thanks goes out to Thrustmaster providing us the sample unit of the controller for review. You can pick one up yourself for around $199, which is around £180.